So today our topic is integration testing. So integration testing already last class we have learned, but one more time I want to discuss about this because you are not there right in last session. So that's why. Okay. So this is integration testing. So what I'm saying here, integration testing performed between two or more modules. This is first point, right? Integration testing performed between two or more modules. So what is the module? So, so we already know that what is a module. Module means small functionality or a feature of a software. For example, you can take a Gmail, you can take banking application, right? In Gmail, if you see this Gmail, this is compose one module, inbox one module, start one module, snooze one module. This is all modules. That is, I'm saying small functionality or feature of a software. So integration testing. So integration testing means integration testing want to be performed at least two modules will be integrated after completion of unit testing. Unit testing we do integration testing. So the flow will go first unit testing and then integration testing and then system testing, later UAT testing. So this is the hierarchy of testing. So after unit testing, after completion of unit testing, we do integration testing. So integration testing focus on checking data communication between multiple modules. Okay. So for example, here, see, there is a one module, right? Which will take some input and produce some output. So that output will become the input for the next module. So it will like this. So I will take one module here A. Okay, A, if this is one module. If we want to test, we have to pass some input, right? Input to A module. And after passing some input, it will give some output. Okay, that output becomes the input to the next module. So like this. So see, this is input and input. Okay, input to A module and next output. It will give output and that comes input to B module and B gives output. So we are going to test the communication between these two modules. So after combining these two modules is called integration testing. So integration testing means we are checking the data flow between the two or multiple modules that comes under integration testing. So it is white box testing technique. Already we discussed in last classes. So normally integration testing conduct two different things. In the developer point of view, they will test the code. They will write the code for module A. They will write another code for module B. They will integrate these two. Okay, these two programs and they will test the code how the integration will happen. That comes under integration. So in that contest, we can say that developer will perform the integration testing at the code level. Suppose sometimes testers also perform integration testing. So previously I said developers perform integration testing, but now what I'm saying, testers will also perform integration testing. But how come it's possible? It is not possible, right? So because see, let us say, for example, we have something called Gmail application. Okay. So we have Gmail application. Here I have a Gmail application, inbox one module after successfully. So where we can say, where we can see the mails. So here inbox. So inbox login one module, inbox second module. So deleted after deleting, if I deleted here something, where it will go? Of course, trash, right? Trash one another module. For example, login, inbox, and trash. These are three modules in my application. So in integration testing, developer point of view, they will write some code for login, for inbox, for trash. Okay, and write the code for mailbox, write the code for trash box. This is just the coding part, and then integrate these modules. What developer will do? First execute first module. After this, it went to mailbox, right? And then after deleting this action, the mail comes to the trash box. So integration program will be tested. That is integration testing done by the developer. Okay. Up to this year clear, right? So now this is purely white box testing. Okay. Now come to the testers. For the same login, instead providing the code, they will provide the UI part. This is application what we have seen. UI part. This is UI part like UN. See, um, unit. See, UI part means what? User interface, right? So here, there is a username. If I see before login, what we will see? Username, password. So username field will be there, password field. Then we have to enter the data. Then we will get another page. So the Gmail page. So here we will see all mailboxes, sent items, etc. On the user interface side, we conducted integration testing. First, verify the login by passing username and password, then successfully login application. Then we will check the email box. So we have emails or not. After this deleting the items, that mails comes to the trash. Okay, that will also will check it that mails comes to the trash or not. That will be verified because these are the different modules, but the communication will be there between these two modules or three modules, right? How the data is coming and communicating between these two or three modules that we are going to test at the application level. This is also comes under integration testing. In the testing point of view, we are conducting integration testing at the application level. In developer point of view, developer conducts integration testing at the coding level. That is the basic difference. Now clear, Jyoti?
Yes, Begum.
Yeah. So, so this is integration testing. So now I will show one document here. Types of integration testing. There are two types of integration testing that we have. It is very important. So one is incremental integration testing, non-incremental integration testing. So we are mostly use incremental integration testing. Non-incremental in our real time, it will not use. Okay. So I will explain both of these topics. So incremental integration testing. So what it means? So firstly, what I'm saying here I will discuss about incremental integration testing. So incremental integration testing means, see, incrementally adding the modules and testing the data flow between the modules. Okay. So I will show one example here. So here, so we have one module A. Okay. They will integrate with another module B with A. Okay. What I'm saying here, they will integrate. We have one module A, but it integrated with another module B with A. Then they will check the communication between these two modules. Again, we add one more module, C, suppose. So, and then check the communication between these modules. So, keep on adding new modules with the existing module and test the data flow and communication between these modules is called incremental integration testing. So we don't integrate all the modules at once. We are integrating the module one after another, which is called as incremental integration testing. So again, so again, this incremental integration testing, okay, are of three types. One is top-down approach, bottom-up approach, sandwich or hybrid approach. Sandwich or a hybrid approach is nothing but the combination of top-down and bottom-up approach that we will discuss in this session or next session. Okay, first we will see what is top-down approach and bottom-up approach. Okay, so top-down approach is very, very important topic and interview question in interview purpose. So top-down comes under incremental integration testing. So incrementally adding the modules. What I'm saying, incrementally adding the modules and testing the data flow between the modules and ensure the modules added is the child of previous module. So I'm showing one example here. See, we have a module called A, right? Integrate with the another module should be B, the child of the existing module. Okay, the child of the existing module B. So what I'm saying here, A comes parent and B comes child. For example, let us take a Gmail application. Okay, see, we have two modules. So one module is composing the email. After this composing, the same email comes to sent items. First, what we will do? Composing email. Once this action is done, then next one comes to sent items. Until unless composing the email, that email cannot come to the sent items, right? Here, before the sent items, we have to compose. It means what? Compose comes parent and sent items comes child. So in top-down approach, we will check the data communication between these two modules and make sure the module whichever we have added should be the child of the existing module. If tomorrow you added the another module, okay, for example, trash, this is called another child module, right? So compose. You have to compose, right? First, once this action is done, then next that mail goes to sent items. So if you delete that mail, where it will go? Trash box. So it means it will connect it between these two modules. They will integrate. So first compose comes parent and then whatever it have. So that comes under child. So it means top-down approach. Okay. You can see, right? First, we have to compose. Until unless we can't do anything, right? So until unless composing the email, we cannot get the email in sent items, right? And until unless if we not deleting the mail, we cannot get right in trash box. So that's the meaning. First, we have to compose the email that comes parent item, and next sent items comes child and then child. So it will go top down approach. And next topic is bottom up approach. So see the definition. What is the definition of top down approach? Incrementally adding the modules and testing the data flow between the modules and ensure the module added is the child of previous module. Okay. Now understand? So if you want to repeat, so you can say Jyoti. Feel free and
Begum,
don't hesitate.
I have a query here. Like, when we are composing the email, and if I have not sent the email, so it will be in the draft box, right?
Yes. So that will also integrate. Okay. If you are not composing the email and you suddenly close because of some problem, because of some issue, and it will go in draft, right? That will also integrate
So,
between
like,
compose and draft. Yeah.
so we say that example is like a top-down approach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah. You can ask
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Just for
So yeah, top
so
down
can
approach means, yeah, first you have to compose, right? You compose or not. If you leave that mail, where it will go? If you suddenly,
draft.
yeah, if you go and suddenly it will close some due to some shutdown and power issue. So first we have to compose, right? That comes
Yes.
parent. I'm writing an email
Okay.
here. Without writing an email, what you will do? It will go in draft box?
No.
No, right? So first you use the compose the email that comes under parent. First you use the first compose. So that's why I considered as a parent. Until
Yes.
unless it can't go in draft box, in sent box, right? So that is the meaning of top down approach.
Okay.
Yeah. So next, bottom up approach. So it quite opposite of top down approach. So incrementally adding the module and testing the data flow between the modules and ensure the module added is the parent of the previous module. Okay. So see here difference and here difference is quietly is similar, but there is a small difference. So incrementally adding the module and testing the data flow between the modules, that okay, but ensure the modules ensure the modules added is the child of previous module, and ensure the module added is the parent of previous module. So what is the difference? Here I am saying added is the child of previous module. Here parent of previous module. So the meaning is, so here see. So previously we learnt about top-down approach, what it is. And now bottom-up approach. Here see, first A comes parent, B comes child, but C comes child. But the testing will go bottom-up approach. So I'll explain. For example, here Gmail application, right? So this is top-down, here bottom-up approach. First, we will go sent box. Okay. If the sent box is present, then that is already composed. First, start testing from sent box. If we get this module, then we'll integrate the parent module and combinedly we will test the module. We cannot test the independent module. We have to combine and test it. Until unless we cannot compose, we cannot test the sent items. First integrate the parent module and do the testing in top down, right? It will integrate. See, in top down, it will integrate the child module and do the testing. So our ultimate, what is our ultimate goal? The ultimate goal is same, that is integration testing, but approaches is different. So there will be another approach is called sandwich and sandwich or hybrid approach. So this means the combination of top-down and bottom-up approach. These three approach comes under incremental testing. So here what it means, sent items. If you go and you see sent items, sent box, right? If that mail in sent box, it means what? Already you compose the mail, right? After that, what you will do? You do testing from bottom to up. Okay, first here see the it will go in first top to down, and here bottom to up. So if you see the module C here, see I'm going some application. I will take some application, and in application already I saw one C module. It means if C is there, then already B should be there, right? And if B is there, A also should be there. So how it will go? First I'm seeing what C module, and then what I'm seeing B module, and then what I'm seeing A module. So it will go from bottom to up. So I'm going to testing from bottom to up, not top to down. I hope you understand. Little bit confused, I know, but these testings, we are not part of this testing. Okay, so these done by these integration testing, incremental, non-incremental. So these done by developers only. We are not part of this testing. So why I'm saying here, for interview purpose, you have to understand these topics, what is top down, what is bottom up approach. If interviewers ask any questions about this, what is top down and what is bottom up approach, you can say this definition. That's it. Okay. If you if they ask any explanation, okay, you just explain this. Okay. Got it,
Yeah.
Jyoti?
Yes, like Begum, like if we are considering a login page, in that login page, if you want to perform the like bottom up approach, like is it possible to do that?
Sorry, login. See, come.
Login,
Please, please repeat that question.
like if you want to perform like this bottom up approach login page, so
Okay.
how can we perform that?
Login page. So
Yes.
you want this login page, right? Before enter into application.
Yes.
So if I'm going to sign out, one minute. So this page, right? You asking me?
Yes.
See, login page we can do, but it's not our part. So what I'm saying, for knowledge purpose, I'm saying this. See, in my past experience also, I'm not doing this kind of testing. So I know that knowledge, what is the top down and bottom up. We are not part of this testing. So if you ask any developers, they can say, we can do. But I heard it is possible, bottom up approach. But I'm not the
Okay.
part of this testing. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
But
just
it's
want to know, like,
possible for develop. Yeah.
yeah,
Just for
it
knowledge
is correct.
purpose, I'm saying this. Huh.
Okay.
So no, in my past experience, I attend mostly 10 to 12. Okay. In 10 to 12, only interviewers, two people ask me. That's it. What is top down and bottom up approach? That's it. Because they considered as important question for no, I mean, just to know, okay, this candidate, how much they know about developing side. That's it. We are
Okay.
testers, right? They don't go in deep. Shall we move the next
Yes.
topic?
Yes.
Yeah, 1 minute. I should log in here. The combination of top down and bottom up approach is called sandwich or hybrid approach. So next topic is non-incremental integration testing. So here, see, adding all the modules in a single shot and test the data flow between the modules. So most of the time, we don't perfect this one because it has three drawbacks. So one is, so we might miss data flow between some of the modules. Suppose we do incremental integration testing. For example, we can take 1, 2, 3, 4. There are less chances to miss the particular module. But here, we integrating all the modules in a single shot. So while testing, we may miss some modules in between, right? So if you find any defect, we can't understand the root cause of defect. It is very difficult to find out that defect belongs to which module. I mean, we integrate all the modules at once, right? So that time it very difficult to find out the defect. This defect which belongs to module. So it is very difficult to understand the root cause of defect. That's why there are two drawbacks. We don't prefer this non-incremental integration testing. I mean, developers don't prefer this testing. So next topic is system testing. So system testing it is very important. Now the testers involved in this stage. So testing overall functionality of the application with respective client requirements. So here mainly focus on functionality of the application. What is the meaning of functionality? In my application, so and so should be there, right? And they will give some requirement. For example, so as a tester, what we will do? The requirement is present in the software or not. The requirement is working properly or not. The requirement functionality is working properly or not. Functionality means some feature of the application. Okay. For example, we can take WhatsApp. What features and functionalities we have? We can add the contact, we can send the message, we can send the videos, images, we can share the location map. So these are all different features of WhatsApp. So similarly, every software, every application having different number of features. So in the system testing, we are going to test those features. So we are testing the code. No, sorry, we are not testing the code. We are testing the functional features with respect to the client requirement. whether it is working as per the client requirement or not. That is the main intention of system testing. So it is a black box testing technique. Okay. So because we are not going to test the code, we are getting the UI. UI means user interface. That application will install it by developer and completely test it. This is conducted by testing team. So because here we have to know the requirement, that is the main thing. And we have to thoroughly understand the requirement, the flow, and the UI. UI means user interface. So that's more important. No need to understand the code, what is created by developer. Okay. After completion of component and integration level, testing, we start system testing. So what is the hierarchy of testing? First unit testing, integration testing, and then system testing. So until unless those testings are completed, we cannot get the build or application by the developer. Then we will start the system testing. So before conducting the testing, we should know the requirement. We will have different documents. They will provide by the customers, designers, developers. We will read those documents and understand clearly, then only we can conduct the testing. So system testing mainly focus on below these aspects. Okay, one is user interface testing, functional testing, non-functional testing, usability testing. Okay, so these four categories are going to conduct. So see this, I will explain in detail, because before conducting the testing, we have to know what kind of testing we have to do. If you know the what, and then the next level is how. If you know what type of testing should be conducted, then the next level, how to conduct those testings. So system testing focus on these four aspects. First, user interface testing. So it means user interface application. For example, web application. Web application, you can take Flipkart, Amazon, anything. So Amazon means what? It is what we will see user interface page. So what is user interface test on the UI part? So you are going to test all the images are aligned or not. Logo. So I'm going to open Amazon.com. So this is one application, right? Amazon web application. So what it is, this is the UI part. So UI, we are going to UI test, user interface test, for example. So you are going to test all the images are aligned or not. Logo, this is logo, right? Logo display or not. Application elements, okay. And the check boxes, text boxes, and this sometimes there is a drop down, okay, drop down boxes, and it's the look and feel, the colors, font, everything. These things are mainly focused. This is called UI testing, user interface testing, and each and every flow is properly working or not. And we will check navigating between the pages. These things comes under UI testing. Okay, and next point is functional testing. So we have functional testing means we are going to test the functionality of the application. So it means, so the navigation, right? The navigation is about actual functionality. For example, you can take banking application. So here banking application, what we will do, um, see, login, we can test the login, right? One functionality. We will test the balance. That is another functionality. Money transfer. That is another functionality. We can add amount, right? And generating the statement, request to check boxes. That is one functionalities. So once the application is there, there are a lot of main functionalities. So we are going to test those functionalities that working properly or not. That comes under functional testing. So we have input domain testing here. And where is that? So system testing. So there are GUI, usability, functional, non-functional. So now we are discussing functional testing. So here next we have input domain testing, error handling testing, database testing. So these different type of testings will be there under functional testing. So we will discuss in upcoming sessions. Next we will see non-functional testing. So it's like security testing, performance testing, installation, compatibility. So these are all comes under non-functional testing. So once the functionality is the stable, then we will start doing non-functional testing. So if the functionality is perfectly working fine, then performance is going to be tested. So performance means what? That comes under non-functional testing. So it means the speed of the performance means the speed of the application. Okay. Suppose the application is accessing, for example, I'm giving one example. So the application is accessing by n number of people through internet, and you are checking the speed of the application, how well your application is responding to the users. That is the speed of the application. But before testing that, we have to test the functionality, right? That functionality is stable or not. That is very, very important. And then non-functional testing. Okay, it will start. So we test performance testing. In this again, load, volume, compatibility, security. There are different type of testings will be there, and that comes under non-functional testing. Okay, and in the real environment, there will be a separate environment. Okay, it will be there to conduct non-functional testing. This is not done by the normal functional testers. There are separate dedicated team will be there to conduct non-functional testing, because that needs a different setup environment. So normally environment will not be sufficient to conduct non-functional testing. So experts will be there, security testing, performance testing. These testings are very huge testings and lot of expertise to conduct those testings. Especially the special category team will be there in that team. They will take care of those testing. Finally, we have usability testing. So it means user experiment testing. Okay, suppose we brought some product. For example, you can take mobile, bike, car, etc. So along of those products, we will get some documents, right? After we purchase some device, mobile, bike, we will get some documents, right? User manual documents that contains how to use the product. That document is required for the user. So along with the software, the required user manual document to the user or customer. So we have to test that document. That document have proper content or not, how to install the product, how to perform the functionality. Each and every step, whatever we do in the application will be documented. Sometimes in your application, you will see some menu, right? And at the corner, if you open the notepad or whatever, we can see some help menu. There, we can get the help of particular product. So those things we are going to focus, and that comes under usability testing. It means user friendly application. Okay, got it?
Yes, Begum.
Yeah. Now, today we will learn about system testing. So it will go some deep explanation. Okay, let's see. So first of all, so system testing. See, system testing means that is the exact area where we have mainly focus on. What is system testing? Again, what are the different types of testings we will conduct as part of the system testing? First, we will see what is system testing, and then this. We will see what is this. So it means we are going to test the overall functionality of the application as per the client requirement. And when we have conducted testing, so after completion of integration testing, so we will conduct system testing. There is separate environment that we have, that is QA, quality assurance, quality control, testing environment. We have to set up our own environment where we conduct the system testing. It is not a developer environment. The second thing is that environment we can exactly replicate the hardware and software requirement. So customer using some kind of environment like machine or software in their environment, and the same kind of environment replicating in our company. That environment test our software. So system testing is nothing but testing the system or software or product or application, whatever you can call, as per the client requirement. So we are mainly focused on four different areas. One is GUI testing, usability testing, functional testing, and non-functional testing. So in these four categories, mainly focus on functional testing part. So non-functional testing is a huge kind of testing. There is a separate environment required, separate skills is required, like performance testing, security testing, load testing, recovery testing. So number of testings are there. First, we will see what is GUI testing, graphical user interface testing. So whenever use some application, okay, whenever use some application where exactly interacting with, I mean, you are interacting with the UI, right? So you will
Right.
browse, yeah. So you will browse some application, you will get some screen. What you can see on the screen? You can see some text boxes, check boxes, drop down
Emoji.
boxes, and also you will see some text, scroll bars. These are the different things you see on UI part. So these are basically called as elements. Okay. So what is the meaning of elements? Objects. Elements is nothing but objects. Here mainly focusing on the UI part. So every application or every software is having two different parts. First is front end and back end.
Back.
So front end means, sorry,
Yeah, I was saying like other one is like backend.
yeah. So front end means the user will interact with application through front end. Okay. So back end who? Developers. Front end, the user who interacting with application, that is front end. So actual operations will be done in the back end. As a user, I can't see anything what exactly happening in the back end. For example, you can take login into internet banking application. So with valid username and valid password. Once you log in, you will see all details and everything. But where exactly the data is coming from? That is my question.
From backend, it will store the data and it will retrieve in the front end.
Yeah. So the exact data is stored in somewhere in the servers or in the databases, right? From there, you are getting the data, which is presenting on the user interface. And then you will able to see the data. So that is called front end part. But actual operation, actual data will be stored in the back end. So event testing can be done in two different ways. One is front end and back end testing. So here the GUI testing mainly focus on front end part or UI part where the user interact with application. So the definition of GUI testing is, so it is a process of testing the user interface of an application. A graphical user interface includes all the elements such as menu, checkboxes, button, colors, etc. So all these things that we are going to test as part of graphical user interface testing. So our main focus on UI part, not exactly on functionality. Functionality means it is a little different again. It is a working process, but here we are checking the elements. What are there in the application? This is simply called graphical user interface testing. So what exactly we test as part of graphical user interface testing? So see, this is basically called as graphical testing checklist. Okay. So first point, what it is. So before testing application, after understanding the requirement, you prepare some kind of checklist. So normally we prepared in the Excel file. Okay. And then we will check every item that we have tested or not in the application. So let us see what we have in the checklist. So here mainly focus on look and feel of the application, how application looks and how it is attractive. Okay. So because if the application is more attractive, then only user attract with application, and it should have a color, font, good images, image should be clarity, main focus on UI application. So let us see what exactly we do. So first point is testing the size, position, where the height of the elements. So let us say I have a small image or logo, something is placed on my UI, and even text area box, drop down, whatever the element you have in the UI. Every element should have some size, right? Should have some position where exactly the element is placed, and width, height of the element should be verified. So that is one option. But where we will get this information, how you
From
will
the
know?
client.
Yeah. So because we are comparing with actual requirement, we also have design documents according to functional requirement document for FRS, right? Earlier we discussed functional requirement document. We should also keep the design documents, and in that they exactly specify in the UI level. They will give us something called wireframes. Wireframe means dummy screens. Okay, wireframes is nothing but dummy screens. So before developing the application, they will draw the pictures of the screen. We can say um, mock pictures. Mock pictures. See, technical term is wireframes, and by seeing those pictures, they will also give the actual size, position, width, the height of those elements. By seeing them, we prepared some test cases, and then we can compare exactly the size, position, width, the height of the element in the application. So that is the input for us. We should not decide our own. Okay, you got it right?
Yes.
Yeah. So our second point is testing of the error messages that are getting displayed. See, whenever you do some kind of invalid actions, suppose there is a text box and it's allowing eight characters, and you entering more than 8 characters, or entering special characters, and that element display the error message. Those type of messages we have to validate. That is the meaning of second point. So third point is testing the different sections of the screen. So different sections means what? Logo one section, element one section, header, footer, all these things we need to verify. So fourth point is testing of the font, whether it is readable or not. So in some applications we can't.
The
In
font is
some application we can't read the font, right?
yes.
It's not properly. So, and that should be readable, right? As a user should understand the font. The type of font have to be checked. The size of the font, heading should be some font in some size, right? And the body of the text, body of the page should be having size. And some text appears in different colors, like links, main object. So these things we have to be verified. Are you getting my point? Testing
Yes.
of the font, it is readable or not. That is the meaning. Okay. So next point is testing of the screen in different resolutions with the help of zooming in and zooming out. So normally when I open the screen, I can zoom in and zoom out, right? So even the web UI increase the size of the user interface. And also you can see, if you see some product, and if you are going to select one dress, so you can zoom in and zoom out, right? How it is, the cloth, the design, right? Everything, fabric, we will check. We can by using zoom in or zoom out. So the zoom in and zoom out, we can compress the UI. In both the cases, elements and images, whatever place in the UI should not be overlap. So wherever and whichever the position they are, after zoom in and zoom out, the element should be in the same position and not be overlap. Okay. So the next point is testing the alignment of the text and the other elements like icon, buttons, etc. are in proper place or not. Sometimes we see some text messages, and some icons will be placed on the UI and buttons. So these elements should be placed on the UI and in exact position. For example, as per the requirement, login is placed in the, for example, um, login is placed in the left or right side of the screen or top of the screen. Okay. But developer plays, my requirement is login should be placed in the right side of the screen. Okay. This is my requirement. I mean, client requirement. But developer, what he will do? Developer plays login in left side of the screen. But my requirement is right side of the screen. Even that also considered as a bug. According to the requirement, wherever we are expecting that element should be there and should be there in the same position. Okay. If it is not there, that considered as a bug that we are going to verify. The testings, the colors of the fonts. So this is also very important because colors will attract the users. We have to use proper colors. Most of the time, we should avoid red and some colors which are very like our eyes considered as a dangerous colors like red, green. So our web page should look very cool and clean, and that type of fonts we have to check. This is also our part of the design. What kind of colors we have to use. So normal test colors in one color, right? Links will be in another color. Headings will be in another color. So we have to focus on color of the fonts also. So next point is testing whether the image has good clarity or not. So sometimes images place in the user interface, especially logos. So those images should have clarity, right? So it have pixels. So the clarity of the image should be there. It should not like blur or anything. It should be clear. So that point also considered as GUI testing checklist. So next is image where it is. So image of the alignment should be verified so that see where the images should have place, that also need to be verified according to the requirement and design. And what is the next point? Testing of the spelling, right? So see, there will be some text. We should also focus all text is properly written or not. We should also focus on spelling mistakes. It should not be it should not be spelling mistakes that also be verified as part of UI testing. And next point is the user must not get frustrated while using the system interface. So as I said, the first interface is UI, where user will use it. So user should attract with the application. We should not frustrated by seeing the font or color, size, position. So first priority will give the UI part because the user will interact with the UI part, right? If user interface is ugly, next time the user will not use it. It should be very clear and cool fonts will be used that have to make sure while testing the UI part. So next point is testing whether the interface is attractive or not. So interface means what? UI, user interface. So that can also we should verify that interface is attractive or not. So next point is testing of the scroll bar according to the size of the page, if any. So sometimes if the page is very small and having some small content, the scroll bar will not appear. As soon as you are increasing the content of the web page, the scroll bar will come like horizontal or vertical scroll bars. So once you be scrolling the page, bottom or up, you can see all the content of the web page, right? Here, we also test the scroll bar are properly working or not according to the size of the page. So next point is testing of the disabled fields, if any. Disable, what it means? Disabled fields. Suppose the
Like,
text box is there and in that it is disabled. Disabled means we cannot enter the data into the text box. Suppose the name field is there. In that we have to provide our name. If the text box is in disabled state, we cannot provide the name, right? So testing the disabled field, that also we have to test. This comes under sometimes graphical user interface and sometimes functional testing also. So object property, we have to be verified. So next point is testing the size of the image. So whenever you place some image, the size is also important. What kind of size it is, how much size it is, that we have to verify. Size in the sense, the appearance, how much width and the length it is. I mean, that is one size. So how you will be verified the size of the application? There are two ways. One is length. One 1 minute, Jyoti, be
Yeah,
online.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Where I am here,
Like
right?
testing the.
Of the size of the images. There are two ways to verify the size. One is length and width. Okay, that is one size. And another size is 1 KB, 2 KB, 10 KB. That is also we have to verify. This is the actual size. So images should not have huge size while browsing the application. The loading will be slow, will be very slow. The performance will be impacted. So always make sure the images have less size. At the same time, the images should be very clear. These things also we are mainly focused on the UI part. So if you take one example, right, while uploading images, okay, uploading images, there is a 10 KB. For example, they will allow only 10 KB. If size is huge, they're restricted and they are not allowing the image for uploading the image, right? Did you face this
Yes.
kind of uh,
Mm,
issue? Especially, I will face this issue in WhatsApp when I upload the image in DP.
yes.
So, yeah. So that also we have to verify. And next point is testing of the headings, whether it is properly aligned or not. So normally heading will be starting of the page, right? Or right side or left side of the page. That should be the bigger size. We have to verify that. That's it. So next point is testing of the color of the hyperlink. Hyperlink means what?
That URL
Hyperlink,
or
yes, exactly. You're right. So when I click on a hyperlink, which will be navigate to some other page. So before clicking on the link, it should be appearing in one color. Did you realize? After clicking on it, it should turn in another color. I think you may observe those kind of behavior
yes,
while Google it. So it should be in different fonts, different color. Once you click on it, it turn in another color. Google links, especially Google links. First you click on it, it will blue color and enter into that page. When you back and see it, it should turn in another color.
yes,
Basically, it's saying that link should be already click. The color of the hyperlinks we need to verify. That is the meaning of this point. And last point is testing UI elements like button, text box, text area, so etc. See, text boxes versus text area means what? What is the difference between text box and text area?
like in the
So
text
text
box, like
box,
enter some
yeah,
text. In
yeah.
text area, I think like already the text is present. Like we will check that.
Mm.
Like
I
text
will
box,
say,
like we can. Okay.
Yeah, text box means we just provide a small text, whereas in text area we just pass a huge text like the address of you and of anyone. It contains the lot of things. Did you understand? Text box
Not
means you can just, sorry,
not exactly you were saying. Mm.
did you you're not getting my point, right?
Yes.
So text box means small text. If you say just name, my name is Afroz Begum, that is a small contest,
Yes.
right? So if it is text area means, suppose if you take address, there will be huge text, right? Door
Yes.
number, area, the nearby locations. What I mean, so my location is Bangalore. Bangalore means what? Where Whitefield where it is PG. So there is a some big text that is called
Yes.
text area. So that is the difference between text box and text area. In text box, we just provide a small text. In text area, we provide a huge text. Okay.
Okay.
That contains a lot of things in text area.
Like
So
text
check
area can
boxes. Yeah.
accept the like more characters, right?
Yeah. More characters. Exactly. So check boxes means what? For example, male, female, multiple. I
Mm,
mean, you can select only one, right?
yes.
Check boxes. And radio buttons, what it is. Sometimes you can see agree or
Yes.
disagree when you
Yes.
install some application. So agree, disagree, radio, that is radio buttons. We can select only one option. And the drop down. So for example, in application, some countries drop down. So I can select only
Mm,
one country.
yeah.
So our main intention is on UI elements. These are all different things we have to test as part of graphical user interface testing. For that, we have to prepare the checklist like this, okay? And they will text it and update the checklist, okay?
Okay.
Now, usability testing. So, shall we continue or you want to continue in tomorrow session?
Yeah, no problem. You can continue.
Sorry?
Yeah, no problem. You can continue.
Yeah. So, usability testing means easiness of the application. Suppose if we provide some application to the user, they should able to use the application very easily or easy manner. It should not be complex. What we will focus here, every application, every software, you may see something called help menu, right? And that help menu will be there at the corner. If you see one application, okay. So why we provide that? Suppose user stuck somewhere and user not able to do it something, you can refer the help menu, right? And go to help menu and type the question and you will get the answer. And then you can do the action. That is type of a help we provide to the user about application, and that we have to verify. The definition is usability testing is during the testing validates application provided context sensitive help or not to the user, which is also called as context sensitive help testing. So for example, if you take Windows, if you press F1 or F2, it will give some help menu. So whatever you type the question, it will give the related answers. That is a context sensitive help. Did you check
Ye-
whenever you press F1 or F2?
Yes, yes.
Sorry. Hello. I'm audible, right?
Yes, Begum.
So, say for example, if you take mobile, car, bike, there is a help menu, right? It should be very simple English and that should understand the user. By taking that help menu, they can do it by own. That should be like this. So checks how easily the end users are able to understand and operate the application is called usability testing. So help menu means it will in PDF format, document, hard copy, soft copy, etc. The main role is, see, main role, who is the main role? Developer. Developer, they can make it complex or simple. So our responsibility is to test whether the easy or not. If it is complex or not, comfort to understand. We can assign to developer for simplify that. If it is complex, we should assign to developer to simplify that. If it is not complex, then we can move the next step, that is usability testing. So our main responsibility is whether the easy or not. That comes under usability testing. And next, functional testing. Functional testing, see, this is the main part that we have to focus. So GUI usability will do as part of GUI. As part of this, we mainly focus on functional testing. So what is functionality? We
Like
already
it's a
know that, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
will check the future of that
Yeah.
application.
Hmm. So functionality means the behavior of the application, the how the product or software is behaving, whether it is working or not as per the requirement, that is functionality. So previously we discussed about one application Gmail, login, compose, sent box, deleted items. Okay, while composing CC and BCC, there is a also one functionality. If you take any application, there will be some functionality. We are going to test that, not focusing on UI element, not focusing on UI objects or whatever it is we have learned about checkbox, right? That is not a part of functional testing. We will focusing on functional elements. For example, some text box. Okay, text box in the GUI testing, right? It is aligned or not, size of the text box, length, width of the text box. Okay, once that comes under GUI testing. So once you come to the functionality, we are going to test more on that, which is accepting the characters properly or not. There will be some validations that we have to do. For example, username, there is a text box, right? As part of the requirement, username allowed some 8 characters. It should contain uppercase, one number, one special character. That is our requirement. And accordingly, we prepare some test data and we are verifying that test data is allowing or not. That is the meaning of functional testing. For example, definition is it is nothing but behavior of application. And functional testing talks about how your feature should work. See, functional means something it should work according to the requirement. As part of the functional testing, like what kind of testing we have to conduct, where exactly we have to focus. Okay, that is the main thing. If you see the another document, see here. So there are some properties, object properties testing, database testing, error handling, calculations or manipulation testing, link existence and link execution, cookies sessions. So we will discuss these points in detail. Okay. But it will take more time to be discussed about these topics. Okay. Uh, Already it's time up. So we will discuss about these properties and the next non-functional testing. See, tomorrow session it will take a complete session. Only tomorrow only we will discuss about these topics. It will take 1 hour or more than that. I don't know. So it is very deep, big topics, and and I can take one example of these properties, how we can do the testing under functional testing. And the next point is the non-functional testing. Non-functional testing, it will be like this. And non-functional testing also we will discuss about this different types of testings, and we will discuss in detail and in further sessions. And Later, we'll see what are the next topics are there. Okay. We will continue in next session.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Jyoti. And you will get the live session video and the document also. Um,
O-
if you have any doubts, you can ping me in group. eTech will help you about this documents and video session. Okay.
Okay.
So we will
Yeah.
continue. Yeah. Tomorrow we will see and see you tomorrow, Jyoti.
Yeah.
Okay. Good night. Take care. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.